You're watching Breakfast Television on City TV. Time now for Parenting Power, our regular advice segment. Julie Freedman Smith from Parenting Power with advice on parents, or for parents, for families. And the issue we're tackling this morning is all the bags and bags of loot that a lot of kids end up with after Halloween.
For sure.
And you were saying that this is probably a bigger issue for the parents than the kids.
Well, sometimes.
Sometimes.
Sometimes,
okay.
All that candy lying around, it's pretty tempting.
Well, okay, and so the answer is to eat it all? Is that what you're saying? Should we eat it all? And that way, that's a way of rationing it?
Well, I guess that's one solution.
Way.
You know, at Parenting Power, we say there's more than one right way to parent, right?
Exactly.
And so it's November 1st. You may have already made a plan with your kids about what to do with the Halloween candy, and you may have your traditions. But if your tradition is yelling at your kids for eating too much candy, then that's why I'm here today, because we don't have to get into that fight every time.
Yes.
So big picture, Parenting Power, we're always about what are our actions teaching our kids.
Sure.
So if you've said to your kids, you know, lots of parents say this, you know, for the next 3 days, you can eat whatever candy you want to eat, whenever you want, go ahead. If you've said that to your kids, then when they've eaten a ton of candy and they're behaving like jerks, or they won't eat their dinner,
or they won't eat their supper,
or, you know, halfway through the day, that's it, no more candy, you've had enough. It's mixed messages.
Totally.
So make a decision. If you know you can't handle that, and if you know that your kids can't handle it, set some boundaries. Super easy. And I was talking with Sarah Remmer yesterday, just asking a few nutritionists about some key tips for them. And of course, one of the key messages is we want to be able to teach our kids about responsible eating, about listening to their bodies, etc.
Sure.
So set some boundaries, and then allow your kids some of that power to choose. So if you say, you know, 5 pieces of candy a day, or candy only between breakfast and dinner, whatever it is, then let them make the choice about which pieces they're going to have, or when they have it. And if they come in and ask and it's right before dinner, then if you haven't said don't do it right before dinner, then you say, okay, yeah, sure, have 1 piece before dinner, that's fine, and I know that you'll be able to manage that.
What if I haven't set up anything yet? So the kids went out last night. They went to town. It was busy, busy, busy. Nobody kind of, you know, had the forethought to think about setting things up. It's now the morning after. The kids want to bring a bag of candy to school. I guess they've already gone to school by now. So after school, they want to eat a bag of candy.
Right.
Well, I mean, how do you kind of start?
So this is our opportunity today before they get home, right?
That's right.
To get clear about what you want. And maybe you say, yeah, you know what, for the next 2 days, eat it, and then we're giving the rest of it away.
Sure.
And then, you know, starting Monday, you can have 2 pieces a day, or you can have a piece after lunch, or take a piece in your lunchbox every day. Every family is going to be different about what they decide. Obviously, as our kids, you and I know this, as our kids are teenagers, they're kind of making different choices. But when our kids are little, we have an opportunity to teach them to make better choices about their food. So we can help them to learn that they need to make sure that they're putting healthy things in their body, and to have a treat once in a while is just fine.
What about teaching the kids about the parent tax when it comes to candy?
If the parent tax is part of what you do in your family, no problem.
You know what I mean, right?
Absolutely.
Where there's 10 pieces of candy and dad takes 2 and you get 8, and that's 20% tax.
Well,
kids.
sure, and I'm pretty sure that in your family, when you have a big bag of chips, you probably share a few with your kids, right? And so that's part of it too. What are we teaching? We're teaching that we share in our family.
Look at you. You turned that into a lesson. I was just trying to make a joke.
I know, but that's my job. So there's one more lesson that's kind of a thing for Gail and I around Halloween, and it's this concept of, it used to be called the Candy Fairy, and now it's called the Switch Witch.
Sure.
And it's this idea that we you know, leave the candy around for a few days, and then the Switch Witch takes it and donates it to someone, or sticks it in their own pantry and eats it. Who knows what happens with it. And there's a gift for the kids. The Switch Witch leaves a gift. And for Gail and I, that's a little bit, what are we teaching our kids? Because we've had the fun of creating a costume or buying a couple of costumes. We've had the fun of going out. We've had the fun of sorting candy.
Eating the treats.
And eating some treats, and it's all been great. And now what we're going to do is we're going to erase all of that intrinsic fun by giving you something material. Because you can't get through the pain of giving up your candy. So, you know what? If your kids, if that's your thing, if you take the candy after a while and it gets donated to someone, then say, in our family, this is what we do. Your kids can handle it. And if they're a little sad about it, that's okay. They can handle that too. They don't need some toy to get them through the hard times.
For soothing.
So, you know, just give some thought to the messages that you're sending, because kids are resilient. They can handle it as long as you let them know what the plan is.
There you go. Let's end on that. Thank you, Julie.
My
Always
pleasure.
good advice. Always good to have our friends from Parenting Power on the show. And happy Halloween, by the way.
Same to you.
Thank you.